Now we are going to see the comparison between open loop and closed loop control system. So in open loop control system, if there is any change in output, that has no effect on the input. Why? Because in open loop we are not using feedback. So change in the output will not affect the input. Okay. Now in closed loop control system, if there is any change in the output, it will affect the input. Why? Because we are providing the feedback. So in open loop, output measurement is not required for the operation of the system. But in the case of closed loop, output measurement is necessary because we are giving feedback. We are providing the part of output as feedback to the input. In open loop control system, feedback element is absent. In closed loop control system, feedback element is present. In open loop, error detection is absent, and in closed loop, error detection is present. Open loop control system is inaccurate and unreliable, but closed loop control system is accurate and reliable. Open loop control system is highly sensitive to disturbance, but closed loop control system is less sensitive to disturbance. Open loop control system is high sensitive to the environmental changes. Even if a small change occur in the environment, the parameters will be affected in the open loop control system. But in the case of closed loop, environmental changes will not affect much because feedback is there. Depending upon that, we will change. Bandwidth is small in open loop control system, and in closed loop control system, bandwidth is large. Open loop control system is simple to construct and it is cheap, but closed loop control system is very complex. Okay, it is very difficult to design and it is costly. Cost is also more. Generally, the open loop control system are stable in nature, but the closed loop control system is having some stability problem. And open loop control systems are highly affected by non-linearities. Okay, but the closed loop control systems are not much affected by non-linearities. These are the comparison between open loop and closed loop control system. Now we are going to study the examples of control system. So first we can see the example of open loop control system. So traffic light controller is the best example of open loop control system. So how we are installing the traffic light? Initially we will be analyzing the traffic in the road, and depending upon the traffic in the road, we will be allocating some time for how much time the vehicle can move in a particular road. And we will give more time for heavy traffic roads and we will be giving less time for light traffic roads. Then we will be installing. Okay, so how it is working, depending upon the time set what we have set, the relays will be opening and it will be making the green light to glow from red. Okay, so it is an open loop control system. So here we are not providing any feedback, just the information what you have stored in the microprocessor or microcontroller, it will be operating, it will be opening the relays and the relay will be enabling the particular lights. Okay, decided time will be giving and it is having the relays, how to control the relays. Okay, how and which time the relays have to open. That control will be getting depending upon the time what you have stored. Okay, already I have told for heavy traffic roads we will be providing more time for green light, and for light traffic road we will be providing less time for green light to glow. Next one is closed loop control system. Home heating system is a closed loop control system. So in the home heating system, so you assume that the home is located in a cool place. Okay, the home is located in a cool place. So in that place we are wishing to maintain the temperature of the home at some 20 degree centigrade. So we are having a heater or heating system you will be having, and you will be using a one temperature sensor. Okay, we will be using one temperature sensor, and the temperature sensor will be detecting the temperature of that home regularly. Okay, initially we will put one desired temperature or set temperature we will be having, that is nothing but the 20 degrees centigrade. But depending upon the environmental condition, the temperature of the home may get varied. So by using temperature sensor, we are getting that value and giving us a feedback to the input. Now error signal is generated by using the feedback temperature and the set temperature, and depending upon the difference, if the temperature of the temperature of the home is going less than the limit, then automatically the valve will be opened and more heat will be introduced into the home. So the 20 degrees centigrade temperature is maintained. Okay, this is nothing but the home heating system. Here we are having one feedback. We are, by using a temperature sensor, we are getting the feedback, we are providing to the input, and we are comparing with the set temperature. We are finding the difference between the set temperature and the temperature what you are getting from the temperature sensor, and the error signal will be created. Depending upon the error signal, we will be either decreasing the or opening the valve, or we will be closing the valve, okay, of the heating system. Next we are going to study the feedback characteristics of a control system. Actually, what is feedback? Feedback is nothing but taking a part of input and providing it to the taking a part of output and providing to the input is something called feedback. Okay, so what is the use of feedback? Feedback is used to reduce the difference between the reference input and the control input. Okay, initially you will be having one reference input and the output is nothing but the control output. This feedback is used to reduce this difference between the input and the output. This difference is called error in control system. The feedback in control system not only reduces the error but also reduces the sensitivity of the system to parameter variations and unwanted internal and external disturbances. What is the use of feedback control system? The feedback control system reduces the error. Next, it reduces the sensitivity of the system to the external disturbance and internal disturbance. Okay, so parameters will not be varied due to the internal and external disturbance if feedback is provided. The parameter variation may vary due to different conditions. Such a parameter variation affect the system performance. So if the parameters is varied, then the system performance will be also varied. But the parameter variation will be depending upon different conditions. Hence, it is necessary to make the system insensitive to such a parameter variation. So, since the parameters are affected due to this external and internal disturbance, we must make the system insensitive to this parameter variations. The effect of the parameter variation on the system performance can be analyzed by defining the term sensitivity of the system. By using sensitivity, we can analyze the system performance.